everybody, it is NAMM 2025 and we are on the Boss stand. John here is going to hopefully tell us a little bit more about the new baby brother to the Tube Amp Expander.
Super exciting.
Which I thought was an amazing idea 2 or 3 years ago when that came out. So give us the little lowdown of what this can still do, that and maybe what we've lost from the bigger one, and gained, because I think it has new stuff, doesn't it?
It does. You're absolutely right.
So, and then we'll have a little play and see how it feels, all that kind of stuff. You guys are listening to, by the way, the DI straight out of the back of the Tube Amp Expander into our camera. So, John, take it away.
Sounds good. Well, actually, you brought up a great point, which is there are a few new little twists and turns on this, but the main part of it, which is the same, is the fact that it's designed to really let you crank your tube amps up into the sweet spot to where they're like, you got all the dynamics and all the mojo happening, but be able to control it in any kind of environment that you want, so that whether you're going direct to your speaker, whether you're going to a line out to front of house or to a recording studio or anything like that, or whether you're just doing some late night practicing in headphones, you have 100% control over exactly what you're hearing. And the best part is you keep all that tube amp crank sound under the fingers.
Yeah.
So
this is the thing that I think will do the new path for people to actually have 100-watt heads at home, right?
Absolutely.
Because this setup here, am I right in saying you're running in you've got like a cap switcher here, right?
Yes.
And all these heads you see over here is running through that and into that, so you can pick your own head and get whichever sound. I mean, I love that. It's just so cool. Sorry.
it's really, no.
I'm really excited
which
about
amp are we
like
running
this.
in?
It's really fun.
Which amp are you running into here?
So right now we're going through, I believe, the Bad Cat, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yep, so this one right here.
So we got the Bad Cat wound up pretty hot. So
it is, right now it would be killing us. If it were not going through this, yes.
So, and this can take anything up to what? Up to 100 watts?
Up to 100 watts, absolutely.
Which is most amps, right?
Yeah, and you brought up a good point too, which is, what's different from the other one too. So the main difference is, instead of having that 100-watt output, we're going to have a 30-watt output now.
Right.
So a little bit different than the other one. Still sounds amazing, still plenty to crank and be heard. Also too, your airfill here is going to be a little different, because now on, like, whether you're playing through your headphones, now you're going to get that amp in the room sound, which is really great.
So like a room effect kind of.
So is that instead of instead of a reverb, or is there a reverb in here as well?
Excellent question. So you don't lose the reverb by using that.
Right.
It's in addition.
Okay.
So the great thing is you can set that to where you like it, get that amp in the room sound going, and then come back in here to the editing software and still be able to select your reverb here.
So you've got like a Katana style set of effects as well that you can add in from here.
Yeah,
let's hear it. Let's have a little bit of...
This is without the reverb on, so I can come in here.
That reverb that we're hearing is just the air.
It's come from there. Yeah,
that's
great.
Good. Is that almost a bit like the Waza Air headphone?
That's where the technology's pioneered from. You nailed it.
That's probably the only piece of tech, like guitar kit, that I've had that's from 3 years ago that I still use now, and I don't think anyone's done it better. That just real, you're in the room with an amp through headphones. That's cool to know it's on there.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you don't want to use that and you prefer to pick something in here, absolutely. You just come over here, we turn the reverb on. All of these settings that I'm making right now that you see on the screen are assignable to any of the rigs, just like they were on the old one.
Right.
Okay. So
and one of the blocks is presumably an actual IR as well, is it, that you can load in?
Oh, we'll get there. Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So it's effects and IR as well as the
and you can pick or choose whichever one you like.
That's cool.
Absolutely. So right now, added the plate reverb to it.
Least favorite.
And of course,
can you do this on a phone, or is this just a USB?
No, that's a great question. No, if you add the actual Bluetooth module along with this, you're going to be able to use any of your iOS devices with this to be able to edit it from the phone. Very similar to what I'm doing here.
Cool.
Yep. So you get all of that too. So what are your favorite delay settings?
Oh, just some little bit of slapback.
A little bit. Oh,
just a little bit of sort of.
Yes.
Oh, just a little bit.
So we're looking 40 milliseconds maybe.
Oh,
let's do that. And of course, you can click and drag. You can hit it. Oops. You can drag if you like. You can type it in whichever one you want. So now let me get my, because with the 40 milliseconds, we got to do the, you know, the obligatory, that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if that's, maybe the reverb's a little too hot, I can come back in here, dial that back. Got a nice slap back.
Cool, man.
All programmable. Plus, you got your compressor in there too.
And you can save your own rigs in here with 10 of them, and then
absolutely. Yeah.
I always. So the tube amp expander, the original tube amp expander, was different to most load boxes.
Yes.
In that, if you continued the signal through and you wanted to drive a speaker,
yes,
it was using its own internal sort of solid state amplifier, wasn't it? Rather than just an attenuated sort of down sound of the amplifier.
Yeah.
So is this doing the same thing but with a lower output?
It is.
Built in amp?
You're absolutely right.
So what's the amp that's in here then?
So it's a 30 watt. It's going to be 30 watt solid state amp on this. And that way, that's what allows us to choose what we have coming out of the speaker here.
Yeah.
So not quite as much as its big brother, but still totally usable.
Enough.
Absolutely
enough.
And if you're wanting to use other things, to use it as a power amp as well, or if you have a lower wattage amp that I've seen you guys have before too, flip it and bring it up to where now it's nice and loud.
Yeah, and
So
that
cool.
I think is the one where I'm sort of most interested in kind of almost like feeling it, maybe even hearing it through the cab. I don't know how well we'll pick that up because you're kind of, I think most guitar players will probably go, oh, am I going to lose that valve thing because now I'm sort of solid state. I know when we've used the tube amp expander, it doesn't really feel like that. It still feels and sounds kind of pretty realistic, but you know, I guess that's something we'll see if we can try. But
and response to the volume. And your pick attack and light and
All
soft,
that
all
stuff,
of it. Give it a try, Lee. Go ahead, and if you'd like to over here on the line.
Okay.
Although I don't know if that'll kill you guys, but we could turn the speaker up over here.
All right. Well, let's so
listen
now
to that a little
you're
bit.
just going to have to hear this on my lapel mic, aren't you?
Turn the air down.
So you just turn the delay off.
Delay off. Turn the air down, so we just have like a really nice sort of.
Yeah. Okay. And then if I compare that to the line out. So
the reverb doesn't go out through
So you're
here,
only
right?
getting the air feel and the effects on the DI signal, not into the speaker, right?
Yes.
Right.
And also too, you have the ability up in here to choose in your programs what goes out which output.
Right.
So that if you prefer, you know, if you're sending to front of house, you want them to have a certain combination of things, but yet you want your speaker to have a different combination of things, you can totally do all that.
And this still has the effects loop in it, right?
Yes, and that's what this is running.
And that's so cool. I mean, that's one of the things that a lot of these things lack, you know, effects loop for all your effects.
Yeah, so this one here, let's see, I think I have some of it going here. Now then, would you care to drive on this one?
No,
I was going to say, you're right there. You were saying, I'd have you go ahead and turn the effects loop on. Bam.
Oh, there you go.
So now I have this turned on going through the effects loop, plus we're listening to the internal reverb and the effects out of the unit itself.
I think I prefer the IR you've put on this than I do necessarily even out of the cab.
Speaker. Yeah, and we haven't even touched the IRs yet.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
What do is this the sort of standard stuff that comes with it? So you got a mix of Celestian stuff and Boss?
Yep, comes factory loaded with 10 Celestians, plus you have rooms for your own IRs up to 64. You can use our cabinets and mics and put everything the way you like it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've got pictures, Lee, now. Look.
I'm interested. Just Pete, can you just have a play? I'm
Please,
interested.
yes.
I'd
really like you. I'd love to hear how you think it feels under your fingertips.
That's it. It's a feel thing, isn't it?
And if you'd like, I'll go ahead and sit here and I'll. Pete, because you have exquisite taste. You may say to yourself, John, I'm not happy with that cab.
Yeah.
I'd like something different, please.
Yeah, some gold. Have you got any golds?
Let's see what we got here. We got some V30s, we got some G12s. So I don't think they have no golds at the moment, but we do have these. Now these are the Celestinires that ship with the box.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Now if I want to, so I could select those, or I could go here and go into the cabinet and let me see. Oops, sorry. Up here. So these are all the 10 rig selections I have. And I could go here to preset, and now here's more.
Right.
So if you see something that you think's interesting, feel free to let me know.
Deluxe combo. Always,
Deluxe combo.
always an
Yes.
easy one. With your, can you move that around as well?
Absolutely.
This is new for Boss, isn't it? This kind of with a literally a picture.
This interface?
You can drive.
Yeah.
It looks.
This interface is a new one.
Yeah, it looks new, doesn't it?
Yeah. How does it feel under your fingers?
It feels like a NAMM.
Like a guitar amp.
It feels like a guitar amp. Do you want to try it? Just
No, it's good.
Are you sure?
It's good.
It feels exactly like a guitar amp.
Slightly conscious
And then
like
the last
tiny.
one, if I may, is you had asked about IRs, and a great thing too is before, if you're familiar with our other editors, you guys had to open up that other screen, right?
Yes.
And this one here, it's all just built right in.
Right.
So you can bring
Because I know that was a bit of a pain when we were using the other ones. Like, oh my God, where are we loading from? But I only have to get in there, and then he doesn't want to load it. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's super
Exactly.
cool.
So right on.
I mean, I'm just checking the weight. I mean, as well as being less than half the size of the tube amp expander, it's like a third of the weight as well, isn't it?
It would almost fit in your gig bag
Yeah.
if you have the ones that have the little pouches on them, you know?
I just think Pete's point at the top of the video is just, you know, as amazing as digital modeling and digital capturing has become, I still think there's something about you know, real amps. But of course, you know, you just can't play them as loud as you would like to. So the load box, I'm really hoping that we sort of continue to see this sort of load box technology developing more and more.
That's what I'm hoping, because having this in your man cave is much cooler than just having a tiny little board or plugging it into your interface. Look at this, you go, look at my amp collection, and you can play it also here.
Yeah.
It makes me so excited for the future of tube amps
It
as
really
well,
is. It's
and
exciting.
for 100-watt tube amps, because it's possible. You don't have to plug into your computer, you know. So I'm excited about that.
John, thank you so
cool.
much.
My
If you want
pleasure.
to find out more about this, hey Mitch, if you want to find out more about this, go watch the Sweetwater demo. It'll probably be better than ours.
Right, so we're still here at the Boss stand at NAMM 2025. I'm here with Austin. How's it going, man? Good to see you again.
What's going on, Pete? Good to see you.
So, VG-800. Just tell me a little bit about it. And this is completely brand new, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's been an evolution or something. What's going on?
Yeah, so previously we had the release of our GM800.
Yes.
This does software synths like PCM sounds, keyboards. The VG does virtual guitar. So it allows me to not only change the tuning of my instrument entirely, but I can also model different guitars. I can do 335s, tellies, strats, acoustic instruments, mandolins, banjos.
Right.
All in different combinations, as well as have my own effect chain. So I can put that on top of everything else. It can also be bypassed, so I can run this output directly to the rest of my rig. And to kind of show you off some of the sounds.
Yeah. But before we go ahead, what's going on here? Because I'm looking down at this guitar. It's got some lights on it.
Yeah. This is kind of built. This is a built-in GK5.
Right.
So our VG series and our new pickup technology, the GK5, runs off of a TRS connector. So there's no more 13-pin needed in order to use virtual guitar or guitar synth.
Amazing.
So this is basically all built in. The switches allow you to blend the natural sound of the normal pickups and the synth sound.
Yeah.
And then this will allow you to change patches.
Oh, that's cool. But can you get this as a separate unit so you don't have to build it into the guitar? Or
yes. So you can do a bug system, which is just a little bug that attaches on here,
Right.
or you can get a kit system that's made for 6-string and 7-string guitars that you can install yourself.
Right. And is that easy? Well, you have to drill into the guitar and stuff. So you
have to modify the instrument a little bit.
Yeah.
But once you get it in there,
but that's super cool. It's very sort of integrated into the guitar as well. That's cool.
It's
really
sleek.
cool.
It's simple. You know.
Right. Cool. But let's hear what it does.
Now the guitar itself is in standard. It's not changing pitch at all. Everything changing pitch is in the VG. D standard. Baritone.
That cat. What? So tell me, where's all the effects from? Where's the overdrive coming from? And it's still in here as well.
It's all built in. Yep.
Amps and everything.
Yep. So there's 2 sections here, which also makes the unit really easy to use. You want to change the tuning of the guitar? Press the instrument button. You can change the guitar.
Yeah.
Scroll over. You can change the tuning of that guitar. You can also make custom tunings as well. Anything within an octave. So this is actually, you might recognize the riff or the tuning. Right? Anything within an octave.
So what's blowing my mind here is that you've got everything built in, from amps to pedals to the modulation to the tuning to everything.
Yeah.
In this little box here.
Yep. Incredible, right?
Oh, it's nuts. And so, yeah, it blows my mind, because I remember having the old Roland, the big unit when I was a kid.
Oh, the VGs.
Yeah, the big ones, and now,
yeah.
Look, it's just in this little box here. I think we might have to get it into the studio somehow and just having a deep dive into it and see what it does. But thank you very much, man. This is impressive stuff.
Absolutely, man.
Anyway, please like and subscribe. We are at NAMM 2025. We're going to give you tons of videos, so stay tuned for the next one. Thank you, Austin.
Thank you, Pete.
Nice one, man.
Hell yeah, pleasure, man.
Just before we leave the Boss and Roland booth, I have no idea whether the cables are any good or not, but the packaging is
epic.
Wicked.
Epic.
So congratulations to whoever designed that packaging.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
See ya.